today's video, I'm going to be talking about the most important support and resistance levels, the Bitcoin CME gap, the funding rates, and many more important charts, which are going to be telling us something about where Bitcoin is about to be heading towards next. So on today's update video, I will be discussing this and many more important stuff. So without any further ado, don't forget to once again slap that like button back above 800 likes. That will be highly appreciated. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. So currently we can first of all see yesterday we created a Bitcoin CME futures gap, and after we created this massive CME gap, Bitcoin actually started to be breaking down moments before the weekend was ending, and now we have created a massive CME gap laying above us. So still, while currently Bitcoin has fallen so significantly towards the downside, there is still an open gap in the market, trading from 64.2k all the way down to 63.5k. So I am expecting that still eventually later today, it is going to be extremely likely, since Bitcoin, like 90 to 95% of all its CME gaps, they tend to get filled up if they get created within 2 to 3 days of creation. So I am expecting that it is going to be extremely likely that we're still going to be filling up the gap, which is of course laying around 64.2k. So currently we create the CME gap. Bitcoin has seen another move towards the downside, and actually on this next move towards the downside, we straight away once again saw Bitcoin finding support on this exact level where we've been bouncing from for 4 times in a row already. And right now we've seen actually the 5th touch point, and once again Bitcoin did found support on this level. I discussed this level many times before, and basically this downward sloping support line is just going to be one of the most important levels for Bitcoin. And currently if we're looking at the RSI, we can see that the RSI is ever so slightly going higher, so we're creating somewhat of a bullish divergence currently at the moment of time, and that is of course a good thing for the market. But basically what we're looking at right now is this important downward sloping resist line, and as long as Bitcoin is not breaking above this very important downward sloping resist line, I believe we're not going to be having any I believe we're not going to be seeing any big breakouts whatsoever. But the moment we break this downtrend right here on the top side, that is going to be the point where the next big move towards the upside is going to get initiated. And you can clearly see right now on the 12-hour time frame that we are creating a falling wedge pattern. And this falling wedge pattern is really about to be breaking out any moment right now here. And once it does break out here, and if we do break the downward sloping resistance line, that is the point where I'm expecting a big reversal is going to be happening. And currently, if I'm looking at the 12-hour time frame, Bitcoin is just falling lower and lower, and currently we are approaching once again a very important level of support, which was this previous range high right here. And the last time once we broke above this level, that was also exactly the point, like you can see right here, where we had that massively godly candle towards the upside. So this level is currently getting retested, so I do believe that this is a serious level of support that Bitcoin is most likely not going to be falling below very easily. And if we bounce from off this level and really break above the downward sloping resistance line, that is the point where I will be expecting the next big move higher is going to get initiated. So funding rates are negative all over the board, and that basically means that once the funding rates are negative, the majority of the traders in the market are currently trading short. And that is overall also a very bullish signal in my opinion, because historically speaking, once the Bitcoin funding rates go negative and once everyone is shorting, we tend to see very big short squeeze. And currently, if we're just looking at the liquidity, where it's massively getting built up right now, it is laying above us. More than $10 billion in Bitcoin short liquidations are currently laying above us. So it is just going to be extremely likely that we are going to be going towards this top side of the region to take out that liquidity, and after that we're most likely going to be seeing that continuation higher. So this is what I'm looking at for Bitcoin still here. Oh, I'm currently still in my long position on Bitcoin. I'm getting paid to be in this position since the funding rates are negative, and due to the fact that still the majority of the liquidity is being built up above us, it is just going to be a matter of time before Bitcoin is going to be having that reversal higher. And yeah, all I'm going to be doing right now is be patient. And if you want to be trading yourself, you can currently claim a free $500 Bitcoin trade here for only making a $100 deposit. And guys, if you want to be trading yourself on Bybit, you can currently claim a free $500 trade on Bitcoin or any other altcoin on Bybit. And how you can claim this free trade, it's super simple, guys. You need to go to the link description of today's video, where you can find a link to Bybit. If you sign up an account to there, deposit $100 in your first 7 days, you can be claiming that free $500 position. So if you're interested in that, check it out in the link description of today's video. Further on, we can currently see that I discussed this many times before that currently Bitcoin is creating a new consolidation phase, and maybe I should be approaching it on the 3-day time frame or on the daily time frame. You can also approach it, but basically Bitcoin is creating a massive ascending triangle, and we of course only saw Bitcoin bounce from this level right here once, level here once, and I think that once we're going to be retesting again this level, we're most likely going to be bouncing from off this region right here. So Bitcoin is creating a massive new pattern, and on the daily time frame you can also see it a little bit more clear since we bounced from it 2 days in a row. And I believe that the big support for Bitcoin is going to be found somewhere around $62,000. $62,000 is also going to be this previous low in the market. And this low right here in the market massively provided support for Bitcoin. So I won't be surprised that this once again, if we're going to be retesting this level, will be providing support for Bitcoin. And if we break the upward sloping trend, I don't believe that there's all too much to be worrying about, but it would be taking away this new scenario. But then we're going to be just looking at this most important support line laying around $60,000. And if we break below that, then I really think we're going to be going much lower from off that point. So yeah, Bitcoin in the midst of its consolidation phase still, and we're just waiting for the next breakout to be happening. And yeah, what we're seeing right now for Bitcoin is just still boring consolidation in the end of the day. We're consolidating between the highs of the region and the lows of the region, and we're just waiting before the next move is going to get initiated. And the next move is going to get initiated whenever Bitcoin breaks above the range high or range low of this trend here. And maybe it's going to be taking another, what is it, like 2 or 3 weeks, or maybe it's going to take even 2 or 3 months from now on. But anyways, we just need to be staying patient right here, because if we're just looking at what part of the cycle we are in, and if we're looking at what Bitcoin is currently doing on the larger perspective, we're creating a massive symmetrical triangle right now on the weekly time frame. And whenever this breaks out, guys, we're going to be just having a massive move here. And Bitcoin has just been going sideways for over 112, 120 days right now here. And once the sideways consolidation phase ends here, guys, I believe we're just going to be going much higher for Bitcoin, especially with all the things that are currently happening. Also, the worldwide interest that's currently coming to Bitcoin, and also the monetary system, which is currently most likely going to be cutting its rates, which is also going to be a very good thing, which also will be a good thing for Bitcoin. So make sure to be patient. I think that we're going to be getting some very good times ahead of ourselves. Maybe it's not right now, but we need to be a little bit more patient. But also just think about it. We're already sitting around $60,000, and this average side correction is not necessarily so bad here on the bigger things of it all. So this is it for me in today's video. If you did enjoy, don't forget to slap that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.